Hello, everyone. It's Maggie Sappho here from the Athena, City of London, and I'm here with the lovely Christina Martin.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Maggie.
Hello. So lovely to have this interview with you. And I'm rather excited because today we're just going to showcase you. So without further ado, I'm just going to say, Christina is a fantastic naturopath. Before I met her, I wasn't quite sure what a naturopath is. But with this interview, you're going to learn all about it and why she has a passion for it. And then you learn a bit more about her business as well. And hopefully, she'll give you the opportunity, to take an action that will help you, access more of her services and resolve any problems that you might have. So without further ado, welcome, Christina. And
thank you, Maggie.
And I wanted to start by saying, what is a naturopath all about?
Naturopathic medicine is basically about getting down to that root cause. So a lot of people, for example, when you go to the GP, they will give you medication, and it's all about the symptoms for them. Whereas we work very, very differently. We work on the root cause. So why are you feeling like that? Let's not give you a paracetamol for your headache, for example. Let's not give you some painkillers because you've got a knee pain. We basically get down to that root cause and find out why you're getting that knee pain, why you're getting those headaches. And then what we do is we collectively, as a naturopath, I mean, for example, for me, I do gut health biofeedback, which I'll explain what that is in a little bit. And we collectively use our skills to get get down to that root cause. And it might be that we're using nutrition. It might be for some, for me, for example, I use nutrition, I use naturopathic techniques that I was taught. I use biofeedback sometimes, which is a frequency that helps the body get down to and pinpoint what's going on with the frequency of the body and all the main organs. And I use natural supplements as well that are made of food. So that's what a naturopath does. We really get down to that nitty gritty of what's going on, because people get fed up. They go, oh my God, I've been to the GP, I've been told I've got IBS, and they've just told me go home, change your diet, and they know they don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So that's what a naturopath does really. It's just it's like a dart, getting down to that throwing the dart and getting right down it to the middle of it, getting to that root cause.
Yeah, fantastic. Wow, well, it sounds like there's a lot involved there. And then once you get there, when you get to the root cause, do you then resolve it, basically? Is that what happens?
Yeah, how I tend to work is I've got a naturopathic questionnaire that I send people before they come and see me. It's quite intense. I mean, there's about 4 pages of it. And even though it's 4 pages, you might look at it and think, well, but it really tells me a lot about that person. It tells me about where all their body systems, the burdens are. So that's one diagnostics tool for me. The second diagnostics tool that I tend to use is I do the health assessment, and that takes about 60 to 90 minutes to complete. And it's all, and again, the naturopathic ethos is, okay, let's find out your lifestyle. Is there anything in your lifestyle that's causing you, to feel that way? Yeah. Let's have a look at your nutrition. Is there anything in there that's helping you, that's causing those health issues? And it could be like food intolerances. It could be, that they're stressed. It could be a variety of things. Yeah. And obviously, if there's any supplements that I need to give them, obviously I look at if there's any deficiencies, and I look at their predispositions in their family from what they've inherited from mum and dad, basically. And I put all of it together, and I use everything from a diagnostics point of view to create their bespoke health program.
Sounds very comprehensive.
It's,
Great.
and I use functional tests as well. So for example, if I feel that, you know, I really want to get down from the diagnostic tools that I've got, and I think, there's something else going on here, let's have a look. And I want to have a look at their first line of defense, what their gut's doing, you know, then I might suggest, okay, are you open for a test? You know, can we, you know, and then they'll say yes, you know, and by that stage, most people really just want to get down and get a solution for their health issue.
Yeah. Fantastic. So what would a test involve then? Would it involve machinery, or is it kind of, what would you use for a test?
Okay, with tests, they're very, very different. And as I say, on my website, I mean, one of the things I say is your health issue is unique to you. So every individual has a unique health issue, because we don't all have the same parents, obviously, and genetics, we're all different. So for one person, I might do a stool test. It might involve doing a stool test. For another person, it might involve doing an adrenal stress profile. So for some people, it's, you know, it might be a blood test, a urine test, or it might be a stool test. So they are quite comprehensive. And I have to say that they're very, very different from what your GP would give you. Okay, they're completely different.
Yeah. And I think what I'm sensing here is that kind of really comprehensive. You know, we will not leave any stone unturned. We want to get to the real of this and get to the bottom of what means actually solving it.
No, it's true, and I know that because I've actually asked my own GP. When I've said to my GP, look, when you test for gut health or issues that someone has, like IBS, what do you test for in your stool test? And they've said we test for parasites and we test for H. pylori. So when I'm doing a test health assessment like that, the tests, and I do use accredited labs to do it, by the way, the test will give me a lot more comprehensive information about that person's gut. For example, how they're digesting fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. It might tell me if they're dysbiotic, which means that's an imbalance of bacteria in their gut. They might tell me whether they've got parasites or protozoas, which protozoas are a bit more hardier than a parasite. They might tell me what their first line of defense in their gut's doing, you know, whether they've got any inflammation, that sort of thing. So it's a lot more comprehensive.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you go onto the path of a naturopath? That sounds like a poem.
How did I go? Well, my career change was very, very different. I was an email consultant, and I was working in the city for places like West Merchant Bank, Ministry of Defence. I mean, I was working for the Civil Aviation Authority, implementing their email systems, and then teaching people how to use the systems. So, you know, money potential was brilliant, I must say, and you know, it is a massive change for me. And I came down this path because on my own. Actually, there's two reasons why I decided to go down this path. One of them was my parents. I mean, my father died of cancer, and there's cancer in my family. So for me, it's a very, very you know, when you see a parent die the way my father, you know, it's quite wrenching, heart-wrenching, to be honest with you. And I thought, my God, you know, I don't want to go down that way. I don't want my children to go down that route. So that was in my mind. That planted the seed.
Yeah.
Then the second part of why I became a naturopath was because I was in corporate for 20 years doing this job, this email consultant job. And my daughter was 1.5 at the time. Didn't have the boys, didn't have the twins then. I was a single mum at that point. And I'm telling you, I was working 19 hours a day. I was getting paged in the middle of the night. Had to work weekends, had to travel. And my daughter, most of the time, was looked after by my sister. And I got to the point in my health that I could not get up in the morning. I mean, I was struggling. I was really struggling because I literally was burning myself out.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, and these two things, these 2 points for me were, right, okay, what can I do to help other people that are in the same boat as me, you know, at this 20 years ago? So for me, that was the turning point. So I ended up studying, and then I had the boys. I had twins when my daughter was 9. got married. I found my husband when my daughter was 4. I married my husband, and you know, my life completely just changed. And I started studying more. I had to do my degree in naturopathy, which was a 3-year degree. Did a 2-year nutrition, 2-year stress management. And it was hard. I wouldn't say it was easy, but you know, it was something that I really wanted to do, and I was quite passionate because of what I've seen in my own family history, and because of what I've seen in corporate, the way people were just burn themselves out. It's unbelievable.
So what are the indications that someone should come and speak to you, or what does an ideal client for you look like?
Well, for me, I must admit, I do get some guys who come and see me, but the majority of people are women that are between 35 and 50 plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of them are self-employed but working in corporate, and some of them have said to me, Christina, you know, I can't, I've been, you know, I'm self-employed and I'm working 2 days instead of 5 days a week, you know, because I have no energy, you know, I'm completely, you know, I'm finding it hard to focus. So that's one aspect that why people will come to see me.
Mm-hmm.
The other aspect, you know, I had a manager, for example, who was doing presentations, and he had IBS. And one of his fears was to, in the middle of a presentation, he gets like a spout of diarrhea, you know. So for him, he was going, oh my God, I've got to sort this out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of the majority are women between 35 and 50 with menopausal issues, you know, IBS issues, fatigue, stress, you know, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Okay. Well, do you have any final words for us before we end our video?
Be kind to your health and look after it, because as I say to my clients, it's not like a pair of shoes where you can just go to the heel bar and get them changed. You've only got one life, and you really need to treasure that. And you know, and the immune system is brilliant. It will do what it's supposed to do if you give the body what it needs.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, that's what I would say basically, is look after yourselves, because it's really, really important.
Great. Well, thank you, Christina. Well, you heard from the lovely Christina Martin. You know, if you're aged 35 to 50, a lady who needs to really look after their health, to take their life to where they really want it to go, then do get in touch with Christina, because she has what it takes to sort your health out so you can be you. Right. Well, thank you very much, Christina.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Great. Look forward to having a chat again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Maggie. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.